Get your mics on. Jimmy V, here, your mic on. We're rolling. Stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
We'll start with the minutes of the claims. The audit.
You've got August 17th minutes for approval.
I'm going to make a motion to approve the minutes for August 17th.
Second. All by aye?
Aye.
Aye.
And we have the claim docket for August 14th through the 20th in the amount of $497,599.73 plus payroll of $1,048,000.98 for a total of $1,620,000, $1,620,179.54.
Yeah. I didn't have any questions. Well, we just kind of look over it and see if we've got any questions or anything.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All by aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll move on to comment from commissioners or other elected officials.
I don't have anything. Nope. Yeah.
Comments from the public?
Evelyn?
No.
Hi, Evelyn.
I'm here today to talk about the lack of recycling in Vigo County. I think it's really pathetic that we have a county this size, and to my knowledge, there are two places to take recycling. Neither one of them accept glass. One of them only accepts paper and aluminum cans, unless they've changed. They both basically are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday operations. And I just got back from a national convention in North Carolina, and we had a community service meeting, and I asked there how many people have recycling in their county or close by. Almost everyone in the room raised their hand. They were from all parts of the country. Several of them all said, we have curbside recycling. And I realize that might be a little more difficult in a countywide, but I don't understand why it's so difficult to have something open that's available for our residents to drop our recycling off.
We do, 9 to 5, every day.
I know, I said something a little more, plus, there's no place that takes glass that I know of.
There is no place locally in any county that touches us that takes
Well, there
glass
are,
either.
Rockville, Park County has glass recycling. They're a lot smaller than we are. I don't know if someone could contact them, see where their glass goes.
Well, we meet monthly, third Thursday of every month, and we talk about glass every month. And we have not found a contractor that will take glass. That doesn't cost $1 million. Or I shouldn't say $1 million, a lot of money.
So, Evelyn, I'm on the website right now, the Vigo County Solid Waste Management, looking for the hours. Since we've made changes, there have been Saturday hours implemented, but I'm trying to find where they are.
I think it's
Yeah, because last time I looked, there were no
Where?
Saturday hours.
Every other Saturday. And
Every
then
other Saturday now?
We moved up the e-scrap to every Wednesday.
Yes.
I don't want to say this and
I
be
think it's the
wrong.
first Wednesday, unless they changed that too. It was just the first Wednesday.
They're doing it now with the same night they do paper shredding too.
Yeah, because we brought in those big containers, what do they call them, what do you call those things?
The
Gaylords?
transport trailer.
No, the trailers, the shipping.
Connex trailers.
Connex trailers to store stuff in. But I hate that I can't find it, which means that if I can't find it, then most other people can't. The glass thing's been a huge deal. And, ISU was taking glass, but ISU is grinding up glass and they're using it on their own campus. They're using it for landscaping purposes. At one time, asphalt plants were looking at using glass in asphalt, but I don't think that worked out.
I don't know.
So-
I used to, several years ago, when ISU did take glass and they ground glass, I used to get ground glass to use with kids in stepping stone projects, because you could use the glass in place of sand. You just had to be a little bit cautious with it. But it made like real pretty little stepping stones for kids to put in their yards and stuff. But, I don't think that works, because I drive my glass to Park County.
And they do take it?
Yeah.
We can check to see what they do with it, because at our meeting we had last Thursday, we talked about the fact that we can't find a source to take it. But was it,
There was
one of
something-
you guys mentioned Northern Indiana, Fort
There
Wayne?
was something mentioned about Fort Wayne,
Yeah, Fort
and
Wayne.
they were gonna explore that.
Yeah.
So that was, and they seemed to be unaware of it, so they were gonna check it out to see if that was a possibility.
So the recycling program is run by our solid waste district. That is a separate board. Each of us, each commissioner has a seat on it. The mayor has a seat. A county council and a city council member have a seat. I think that's it as far as board makeup. Does that sound right to you guys?
That's it.
And then
Solid waste director.
solid waste director is Karen Nasser, which you can always reach out to him.
Yeah, well, I've used solid waste several times, but like I said, my biggest issue is that there's no place for glass, and the fact that it's, a little more difficult for people that basically have a 9-to-5 job to get to the recycling center that has the same hours that they have. And I've hauled a lot of, I hauled my glass to Rockville, and I've taken glass for my friends when I go to Rockville to take mine, just because that's the only place I know we can take it.
And Rockford Park County will take Vigo County residents'
I'm not sure
items.
they know I'm from Vigo County.
Well, they do now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're, but it's just a big dumpster on a parking lot there in town.
So we tried the big dumpsters on parking lots, and that didn't work out well because people put trash in there.
Yeah, well, they have warning signs about the trash, and I hope possibly they have residents that have enough integrity, they don't take their trash there.
Evelyn, is it actual Park County's solid waste taking that glass, or is it Rockville Glass and Aluminum? Because Rockville Glass has a dumpster that you can throw glass in, that they reuse, but the solid waste, they don't.
I don't know who actually maintains the dumpster, I just know where it's at and that I can put glass in it. And it's dumped twice a week, so I just know that's the only place I know that I can take glass. I'm not sure who maintains it.
Well, I would say that our solid waste district has stepped it up, that a lot of their figures are doubled in what the amounts they were taking last year. The community pickups, not recycling, of course, have picked up, at least doubled, I think. Commissioner Kearns and Commissioner Schweitzer have been working that. Of course, again, that's not recycling. I think that locally, it's not glass, but I think locally the electronics, we've really stepped up in that field. And the televisions, the computer monitors, the things like that, and getting a lot of that debris out of the community. So we can improve.
Yeah, well, I know the last that I heard with the e-cycling was that you had to pay to have a television recycled. But
Well-
I don't even have a problem with that if I
No.
just know it's not gonna, after I leave it there to be recycled, it's gonna, go into a landfill somewhere else. But, I don't even mind, and I would even, God forbid, pay higher taxes just to have something that was local and ready and easy. And I think if it was, that we would have a whole lot more people recycling. 'Cause I know anytime I go to solid waste, I'm never the only car there. So people, there's definitely a need for it and an urge for it. I was just wondering about why we can't ever have, why the thing is with the glass.
Because it's.
There's no market.
There's no market right now.
There's no market. And, yeah, the e-waste days is every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 3.
And
Okay.
and from Karam, they're open 8 to 4 Monday through Friday, and the first Saturday of every month from 10 to 2.
What did you say second?
The first Saturday of every month, 10 to 2.
Okay. Because I didn't know that was available. I know it didn't used to be, so I'll be
No,
sure.
it didn't used to be. That
I
we've
was,
been
I was
per-
sure
he's been
that, I was sure
perking it
that
up.
information then.
Yeah.
And then to kind of touch on the glass market and recycling market in general, you got one of the biggest entities in Vigo County no longer that has basically cut their recycling in half. Recycling is expensive. So is glass recycling.
Who are you talking about?
Indiana State University.
Oh.
Because ISU's only taken, what, 2 things?
Yeah, and what people don't understand is we pay to have that those recycled items shipped. So solid waste is funded through tipping fees. About 5, well, I keep looking at Howard because Howard knows the numbers, but let's say $600,000 a year comes in. We use that money, there's some irony here, to pay to have our cleanup days, which goes to the landfill where the tipping fees came from. And we also pay for recycling. So when plastics, for example, come in, we actually pay to have that taken at a facility in Indianapolis. And then so we're paying everything in that whole system. We're paying for the dumpsters, the trucks, the manpower, and the tipping fees at the recycling facility in Indy. So it's not that recycling's free, it's going somewhere else. And then we have to trust that that's actually being recycled. And I'm a huge fan of YouTube documentaries, those that are accurate and those that are somewhat accurate. But a lot of them right now are talking about all the stuff that went to Asian areas because there's no market for them here. So they put them on boats and they ship them out to places where they're basically dumped, or it's dumped in the ocean. So is it really recycled materials? And that's a thing that we struggle with. We know that's highly emotional. We all know how emotional people are about recycling, especially during COVID when we had to close the facility down. I thought that was worse than COVID, by the way. Some people were reacting. The fact that they had no place to take their paper, which is good. We're subsidizing that.
Well, I know I took a TV to Brazil, to Wallace, I think that's who's down there, because I called and they said, oh yeah, we recycle TVs, there's a $20 fee. So I drove to Brazil to drop off this TV, and the guy took it and he just threw it on the ground. And I said, I thought that was going to be recycled. He said, everything is trash now. So I mean, I could have busted it myself and threw it in my dumpster if I knew it was going to go, to the landfill. So that was a little disheartening to think that I made the effort to recycle and then nothing happened there. But
We all deal with
We
it,
all
too.
struggle with that.
And not to digress from glass talk, but our community cleanups this summer have resulted in 70 tons of trash removed from Vigo County, just in our cleanups.
And we have more.
And that's not including the city of Terre Haute cleanup, which we still don't know that number for, and that's huge. So, I mean, you're probably looking at close to 100 tons of trash removed from Vigo County this year alone.
now, is that people bringing their trash to you, or is that people that have cleaned up along the
We
highways and
set up
streets
at-
and stuff?
Well, it's kind of a little bit of everything, but we set up sites in townships and people bring us trash. But we have the manpower there to help them unload it, front end loader to help them dump it, and 5 or 6 dumpsters there.
And we have another one coming up in your area. We're doing the Otter Creek, Nevins Township, a joint one, October 2nd. And I think that's probably going to be at the Burnett Firehouse. We haven't confirmed that, but we've done, how many we did, 9?
13.
We did 13
Well, we'll be
this
13
season
total.
already. And whereas previous years, I think 2, 3. So we've really stepped it up. And that's basically because of the new mission we have. We've made it more accessible for people to drop off the recycling. We have 3 containers now.
Mhm.
And, here's something people don't understand. It costs us, is it $2,000 a pull
Yeah,
on those
basically.
containers?
Yeah.
So each time that container's full, and I keep looking at Howard, it's about $2,000 for one of those to be pulled.
I just, like I said, I was just, wondering if there was a way to find somebody to recycle glass, but like I said, we've already discussed, that was why I came.
We have a full-time person his task, is to figure out how to take care of those waste streams. And it was an interesting discussion on Thursday.
But we can't pay 5 or 6 times over what market value used to be just to have glass hauled away.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not in our best interest and your best interest as a taxpayer. So we
Yeah.
got to find a contractor that's going to do it.
And those meetings are
Fairly.
open to the public, Evelyn, if you want to come. They're held in our Commissioners' Conference Room.
okay, is it listed when they are?
Yeah, it's the first Thursday after the second full moon on a Friday.
It's the third. It's
Okay.
the third Thursday.
That's clear, thank you for
Yeah,
clearing that up
yeah.
for me.
Third Thursday of every month at 10
Every
a.m.
month.
And here in this building?
Yeah, in our Commissioner's office,
Okay,
in the small conference room.
9:30, the
9:30.
third Thursday? Okay, thank you.
Third Thursday of every month.
And I think the key to all these things working is monitoring them. When you said, I find that interesting that there's an open container for you to dump those products in Park County, because that just doesn't work here if we spot something in some community or something like that. So, again, Karam, their group, opening that facility, being Highway Garage, monitored Chris and Brendan's efforts to, what'd you say, triple or quadruple the efforts this year.
Well, I do it. I like driving that inloader.
So it's not the solution to the whole problem, but we're doing more, I guess. That's worth, for what that's worth. Should be fewer mattresses laying alongside the road, and I mean, Brendan, Chris, and I pick up tires
This week.
Yeah, well,
every
I've
week.
saw
We've done it
pictures
this
that
week.
finding TVs and couches on the side of the road. I've saw those before.
Yeah.
But my other question is,
Yeah.
is there any place, or like, if you're clearing trees on your property, that you could call and have somebody haul your trees off?
That's a very good question, Evelyn. Who wants to take that one?
We're
I'll start off by
we're
saying we are
discussing.
working at that.
Okay, because
A compost recycling area.
that would be awesome. I know Vermilion County has that, and, but it's like I said, it's difficult. You try to be environmental, you don't want to have a big bonfire burning for 3 days because you had to take out some trees. And, I mean, most people don't have a chipper in their backyard that they can just chip up everything that comes out, you know?
We have identified land where we could put one. It would not be convenient for you because it'd be on the south end of the county. But that is something that we have been talking about, possibilities, because it is an issue.
Yeah,
Well, on Indiana State University's grounds right there, between, what is it, Brendan, 11th, or on 11th Street, in between 11th and 12th Street,
I used to live there.
they did have a composting chipper there that you can make your own compost, but now they've done away with that too, so.
now, of course, currently I do not have a pickup truck, so hauling a tree away would be more difficult than it used to be. But I just wondered if there was any place that you could call and say, I've got a big pile of trees that I cut down, that somebody could come and take them.
Facebook.
The only outlet that I know is the people that actually cut the trees down, to stipulate before you touch the tree that you remove the brush at the same time.
Yeah, now I've done
That's-
that with,
that's
and
the
the
only
guys
outlet
that
I
have cut the big trees,
Right.
they do take everything. They're a great company, they rake the ground afterwards and
Yeah.
stuff. But I was just referring to trimming branches or smaller trees that you can cut on your own, but then have no place to get rid of once you cut them down.
Somebody may want them for like a smoker or something, so I've found best luck just putting stuff on Facebook saying, hey, who wants it? And then somebody will come out and get it, or not.
Yeah, I can try that.
But yeah, right now, there's no public place to take them at the moment. It's on our wish list.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
But
Evelyn.
before we leave, I want to speak to you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for the help, Evelyn.
Any other comments from the public?
Or elected officials, did we cover that,
We already
besides
covered
us?
that. We already covered that.
Let's don't pick on anybody else to bring them up to mic. Nope,
No, we
no.
never adjourn.
What we
just
do is we
recess.
just hang out until next Tuesday.
Yep. just hang out till next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday when we come back to work. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.